The House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence received a classified briefing about the drones that have been flying over New Jersey and several other states. Well, what came out of that? Joining me now by phone is Congressman Scott Perry. He represents the 10th Congressional District from Pennsylvania. Congressman Perry, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thanks in your busy schedule for joining us.
Well, great to be with you, Jody. And, of course, look, I wish I could say you picked the right guy, but, of course, I'm on that committee, and what happens inside that secure compartmentalized information facility must stay inside there. But let me just say this. We had a lot of different representatives from the federal government. You can imagine the three-letter agencies that were in the room. I was not satisfied in the least with the information that we received. I actually think that in some cases we had more information than they did, and that's very concerning. I would say this. Look, you can't have officials saying that we don't know who's doing it, but there's nothing to be concerned about.
Right.
Both those things can't be true at the same time, and that's what they're saying. And, that's just inappropriate. So, I've asked for the results of the FBI's investigation. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get them. That, of course, me asking, I don't think that would be anything classified. But we want to see, the American people want to trust in the information they're receiving. And when you see something with your own eyes, there better be a pretty darn good explanation for it, and don't just tell us that we're seeing things and that they didn't occur, and that it's the same old, that
Yep.
that the government has done to us, and unfortunately they've just lost all their credibility over the course of time here, as you know, and unfortunately I left without any answers whatsoever, in my opinion.
So let me ask you this, and I have tried to emphasize that this was a classified briefing, and with that, I know you're very limited on what you can say. So let me approach it from this direction. What more would you like to know? I mean, what are some questions that you would like to have answered?
Well, the questions I would like to have answered are: have you positively identified any of these vehicles? And who is operating them? For what purpose? Have you located the individuals? Are they operating within any kind of guidelines? Jody, there are a lot of reports, and some come from the state police, from county sheriffs. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but it's one thing if the general public reports something, but when a state police officer reports something, having followed up on it and tried to intercept one of these things, or more than one of these things, to me that has credibility, because someone in a position of authority has had eyes on and tried to do something about it. And for the FBI to not be able to speak to that, to me, is concerning. So, again, those are some of the answers to the questions that I have. Are they coming onto the shore? Are they, can you verify, can you validate that the sightings that many people are claiming are real? Those are simple questions that you think if you were going to a briefing, you would have answers to.
Well, and it just seems as though this is a clear cover-up. I mean, these are drones. They don't have unlimited ability to fly. They take off from somewhere. They are battery operated. They can only last for so long, and they go back to someplace. This ought to be easy to know. And because of that, it makes you suspect that they really do know something. They're just not telling us. And that in itself is extremely concerning. Congressman Scott Perry, always great to talk with you. I want to thank you. I know you have a ton of things happening right now on Capitol Hill, running every which way but loose, and we deeply appreciate you taking a few moments and joining us with this update.
Well, thank you, Jody, and thank FRC. God bless you and your mission, and we got to save the country, so let's get after that.
Keep it up, and Merry Christmas to you and your dear family.